All right, so in today's video, I want to go over why I think you should be saving and investing your money no matter where you're at or how old you are, young, old, woman, man, it really don't matter who you are. Um, Everybody should be saving and investing their money. I got three reasons in front of you guys, but I really want to go over this because this isn't going to be taught in schools. And if nobody's teaching this at the house, or your mom, dad not teaching at your house, you're never gonna learn. School system never gonna teach you this stuff, bro. So I wanted to go over my reasons for why I do this, and I guess some helpful tips. So yeah. All right, so starting out with number one for why you should save and invest is to fight inflation. Basically, the value of your money can buy you less since things have gotten more expensive in the world. And we can see this in real life with things like groceries, cars, movie tickets, or I don't know, game systems, the cost of games and stuff like that. They've all have gotten more expensive as time goes by. Basically, the same $20 you had 10 years ago can buy you less stuff now. That's inflation. So, going on to number two, we're going to be talking about retirement. All right, so going on with retirement, using time and compound interest to your advantage to make money work for you, basically. And this is why I kind of said in the beginning, it really don't matter how young you are, because uh, the younger you can get into saving and especially investing, um, you have more time than older people if you're younger. And with that time, it allows your money to make more money for you as time goes on and progresses, which is basically compound interest. And like I said, the younger you are, is to your advantage. Not saying that older people can't use time or compound interest, but it's gonna be way harder, and you gotta work harder than someone younger than you. Um, someone who's way younger than you to get to the same amount of money that someone younger than you should have. So this whole thing about people basically taking their life serious in their 30s, really starting to pay attention to money and investing in their 30s and stuff like that, when you could have been doing this in your 20s, this is why this is important, because it's going to be way harder. You're gonna have less time to focus. You're gonna have less less energy, basically, because you're older. It's better to do this now when you're younger. If you're in your 20s, or especially if you're like in high school or something like that, the earlier you can do this, the better. You know what I'm saying? Long term. And then three, we're gonna go over diversified portfolio. All right, so number three, going on with a diversified portfolio, you won't have all your eggs in one basket. Basically, having multiple streams of income. And for me personally, having a diversified portfolio, having different accounts, different savings accounts, and all that is very, very important. Is, in my opinion, is just not a smart idea, and it's not safe to have one savings account for every single thing. Especially with all these banks and stuff like that having breaches, security breaches, and hackers get inside. You don't want all your money in one basket for your own protection and, for whatever you got going on. But, the other thing is being able to allocate your resource to different things. Maybe you want to save up for a house. Maybe you want to go out for a trip. Maybe you're trying to pay off some debt or something like that. You have different money. You have money in different places. You're utilizing different investment accounts such as 401ks, Roth IRAs, high yield savings accounts, certificate of deposits, bonds, using brokerage accounts to buy stocks, ETFs, and bonds and things like that. It's just better to have your money spread out rather than one spot. But that's my spiel about that. All right, and lastly, to the left of the board, I brought out an example to kind of try to make sense of all this over here on why you should not only just be saving your money, but you should also be investing your money as well. So I have the median home prices, which is the average home price in North Carolina for the years 2026, 2016, and 2006. 2026, a home now median is about 383,000. Now, of course, this depends on the area you live in. Places like Charlotte, Raleigh, Durham, maybe Wilmington, Winston-Salem, places like that. Their houses is going to be a lot more expensive. But again, this is median, this is average across the entire state. So 383,000 in 2026. 2016, you got 191,000, and in 2006, the average home cost was about $157,000. Now, between 2026 and 2016, the price almost doubled alone, you know. But let's say in this example, you're trying to buy a house, right? In these 3 years, and you had the same down payment, that $50,000 going toward each of these homes, own prices, right? In 2006, that $50,000 will be about 31.8% of the home. That's almost a third of the home price. That's almost a third just with that 50,000. In 2016, it dropped down to 26.2 of this $191,000, which is almost a quarter. And then 2026, your home that $50,000 only gonna buy you 13.1% of this 383,000, which is dropping down crazy, you know. But if you see the trend is going down, your down payment is going down. How much money, how much house you can afford with this 50,000 is going down. And the same thing is happening stuff with groceries, rent, cars, entertainment, restaurants, etc. Um, so this is why I wanted to iterate for you to not only just be saving your money, but you should also be investing your money. Because like I said, this thing with the money that you have being able to buy less stuff is going to keep happening. And we're trying to fight inflation, you know, to stay on top of that. So I'm gonna probably make another video talking about this to really drive it home. But hopefully this helped out.